Hello guys, today I will play just 3 table Zoom because I wanna concentrate on speaking more instead of clicking 4 table. For me a little bit too much action when I speak, and I wanna try one thing in this session. I wanna try go to showdown more often in situation when I face a river bet, especially when someone bet around half pot. I will try go showdown more often, and we will see on results in the end of session. Jack 7 offsuited from COR with aggressive button. Sometimes when I play for table don't have enough time for speak. Jack 8 suited, fish min raise from the button, I defend. I don't think that check raise on flop is good. When he bet make pot bet, I have potential good odds if I hit my flush on turn and he pay me all his money. And this river I will play check call. I don't think that he can have a lot of kings in his range. And I was right. I think that if I bet this river half pot, he will call same, so it's no problem. But as I said, I try go to showdown more often in this session. Of course I will not call river with ace high. I think when I concentrate on 3 table comparing with 4 table, I can make more profitable decisions, because I have little bit more time for thinking. I know that I can play in plus on 4 table with a decent win rate, but let's compare with 3 table. Maybe my game style change. Pocket jacks, just check call on flop, and on river I let him chance to bluff against me because overcard came, so snap call river, and what he did, he bluffed into me. In general I can just try to make smallish value bet on the river against something, but against what in general? Pocket 8 standard C bet on flop. About this guy I can write notes that he can bluff on the river. This guy check raise flop 20%. I prefer to check back and call turn river if he bet. He bet only half pot. I call. River blank, I will call river too. And he bet very less. It's good for me. He call preflop very loose, I can tell you. And you can see in this session how I take notes on guys. On this table it was situation that this guy he called call me versus a middle position on big blind. very loose in general. A7 of suit decided not make 3-bet because big blind possible fish and he can call my 3-bet, call. I don't want this. Queen 8 suited against unknown guy. I don't have any gaming plan against him. But I think that this hand I can call. Why not? We'll see. And I got flush draw and he bet only half pot. I think I have to option check call and check raise. As I don't know how his post-flop intentions, I just play check call and see what he doing on the river. And now I think that if he have ace, he have to bet on turn for sure. And in this situation he also can have middle pair. And I think that if I check on the river I will lose very often. Then 7 suited, face raise against one table people playing. Possible he is not regular and I join to see flop. Everyone check. This guy not make c-bet. I try steal this pot for cheap. And it works. Good for me. I think that I play pre-flop good. Good style, have good ranges and everything. Can make right decisions in mostly of the situations. But when I play post-flop, I think sometimes I need more time to make decisions. And my lines maybe not best. 10-9 suited, I joined to see post-flop in multi-way. And I got lucky with 10-9 suited. Tell me how to win the biggest amount of money when you hit straight from flop. You have to check raise this hand. Let's do it. Check raise 9 big blind and he called. Still good board for me. Did make big bet because I want to go all in on the river. So let's make very big bet actually. On the table with queen 10 suited, I make c-bet with gut shot and 2 overs. And happy call with straight against flush draw. And I won. This hand I played perfect. I check raise, increase pot on flop, make big bet on turn, not let him very cheap cards. Ace queen suited. Should I 3-bet in this situation when he open raise 30% and can 4-bet me? But he can call also my 3-bet with weaker range. So I think 3-bet is good decision. Especially when he really likes to call 3-bets. And now I can tell that he likes to bluff. If I check flop, he will bluff a lot. And he don't like fold to c-bets. He likes to floods. So I cannot do much in this spot with only one barrel on flop. I can make a flop c-bet only if I will continue on turn. If 10 come, jack come, queen, ace, I have to bet one more time or flush draw if come. Check little tight way in this situation, but I think it's okay. Can play check back and fold, or I have to invest too much money to kick him out from the pot, because he is type of player who don't like fold on flop often. Looks good, yeah, when play 3 table. Less mistakes, more deep understanding of situations. That's what we need to make money in poker. Play good style, make good decisions. Call min 3-bet. If you think that sometimes you make too fast decisions in poker, try click more slow when you already make decision. Try to think more deep even when you already make decision. Ace high in min 3-bet pot against fish, it's clear fold, very clear. Without position, with ace high, having only backdoor flush draw, unpredictable reaction on turn, this guy can bet second time, and if he check turn, what to do in the river, bluff or what? Queen 8 offsuited, we got 3-bet, again guy who 3-bet really a lot from the big blind. Let's make bluff a 4-bet. I think that it's profitable because he really 3-bet a lot of hands and he not looks like someone who likes to call 4-bets. His 3-bet from the big blind versus button was 20% plus. Can you imagine? 20%. I think that if I will calculate this situation, it will be profitable make 3-bet with make 4-bet with any 2. Seriously. King 5 suited, standard c-bet in dry board. King 7 off suited on jack high board. No equity fold. This big blind looks like someone who don't like fold too much on the steals, but he can fold a lot of hands on the post flop. So I maximize pot size on the flop because I expect that he will fold very often on my small c-bet. But when he raise, I am sure that he have good hand. Especially when he have 70% fold to c-bet. Got 3-bet from the big blind. I sit on cutoff, and this guy he have 70% c-bet in the normal boards. I think Queen Jack suited from CO not enough good for call. Let's see, I can be wrong. Can be not wrong if he had aces. Then I did very good fold. Ace 6 suited against people who 33% fold to c-bet, pot control. Ace queen off suited join to c post flop. Yes, I will just go into showdown with ace high. And now I have 2 overs with gut shot against only half pot c-bet. I call 1 street. This guy with 9-8 suited, he called me pre-flop. Take note on him. It's important because he decided not to bet me with this hand, but just call, and turn he did not bluff. Next time when I will play with him, I can read him more easy if he suddenly decided to make any bet on turn or river. I will know for sure that he have something. Got donk on flop, just call this second pair, pocket queens, and now I think that I can just play check on turn and extract a bluffing bet from my enemy on the river, and if he not bet on the river, I will make bet by myself. I think 3 big blinds is good price. So sad that he not call, but it's okay. And he bluff on flop, he did don't bet with totally air. Always flush draw maybe, and he decided not bet on turn. 5-3 of suited clear still against somebody who fold 90% to steal. And right now I have third pair, and this guy fold to c-bet 30% on it. Let's make bet. And got to raise. He raised very less. I check already. Don't think it's good idea keep playing this third pair against raise, especially without position on dry board. Pocket sixes, C flop, multi-way. These guys C bet very less. I call. Maybe they will check turn both, will be good for me. But after second barrel on turn, I still think that he can have some weakness in this situation, but he bet against 2 people. 2 times against 2 people. He possibly can have good hand. I did c-bet with my top pair, and on turn board have pair. I think play check call is good decision. Can make second barrel of course, but not sure. Because check call is good, in my opinion. But he did pot bet on turn. Don't think that he can have 7 often, but maybe. With queen he will not bet pot. He can also have flush draw in this situation. I call to C river. And he bet pot on the river. This looks very strange. Yes, he can have trips. And his statistic looks that he played not so many hands. Can he did float and bluff on the river? I don't know, because very less hands I have on him. But for sure he don't have flush draw in this situation. Maybe he can have flush in this situation, yeah. And he bet pot on turn because he really expects that it's generate a lot of fold equity against me. So if river not close flush, I think that call is good. But in this situation I think fold is better, especially against pot bet. I try to play 3 table because I wanna play better and make more clear decisions. See, in this situation with top pair, when I think long on the river, I had more time comparing if I play 4 table. And I click in last second, and I think that that fold was good. Ten 9 of suited against steal. He folds 75% of times, but from bottom he not fold often. and he have high fold to c bet and 3-bet pot. I think I should 3-bet him in this situation. Like I said, he have very high fold to c bet on flops, so half pot I have to bet. Not depends how he will play after this. If he call me, I will just give up. But he folded is good. Statistic work, it show reality, how people play. Queen 7 suit against the guy who play only one table. I think that I can start my flop decision from check, because this board is too dry and I don't want he fold often. Any bluff I have to c bet in this flop, and after he check behind flop, I think that I can make small value bet on turn, and this river I will play check fold because flush draw not close. Of course I cannot call his push in so small pot, which is have only 7.5 big blinds and he push 100 big blinds. Of course I can call in this situation. Pocket force against min donk in 6 blind flop with 4 pair it fold. Nobody bet on flop and limp pot. I have 4 pair again. Don't think that I can win often on the showdown, but don't want to bet too, because this flop somebody can have something and it's not profitable for me to bet. Pocket queens have limper. And I got 3-bet from regular who have very low percent of 3-bets for 277 hands. I think that often he can have a hand. Don't think that he 3-bet just with jacks, especially when he picks so big 3-bet size. I'm not sure what to do on the post flop with his hand. If he will make c-bet, I think fold is good too, especially against tight ranges. If he have a 3-bet around 10, I will think about 4-bet him. 10-9 suited call against cut off to see post flop, and is very good flop for me. I have straight draw, this backdoor, flush draw. Everyone check and I try to steal this flop. Pocket 5, call against middle position raise. Preflop raiser played check call on flop. Maybe he can have slow play like jacks, or maybe he can have pocket aces in this situation. I think that he have slow play in this situation sometimes, because this flop. Let's check on turn. I'm not sure about bad turn. Even with straight draw. Not sure about his fold equity. And now he bet on the river. And I think that he really slow play something. And this can be hand with ace even. With 10 high I have to fold on the river. he can have not only some increased ace on the river when he check call flop. His calling range, check calling range on flop have many Broadway hands like ace queen, ace king, king queen. Maybe I have to bet on turn because slow play hand with jack he can have not so much comparing with two overcard. And king queen of suit very good flop for me. I call 3-bet and got 2 pairs. King jack suited against squeeze, it's a fold. His squeeze size is only 4%, which is mean only good hands, not bluff. Ace king suited raise, middle position. Expect some good combination on post flop, of course. And I try predict what this guy will do on turn if I check. I think that he will bluff often or make tin value bets on turn. So I decided just bluff on flop, because anyway I have fold equity against him. Pocket 8s I check call flop with second pair, and now he makes second barrel on turn. I think that ace it's very good card for his range of preflop raise. So I think that call turn in this situation it's a big decision against guy who have the c-bet only 50% of flop. Can he have in this situation something like pocket pair bigger than mine, like sixes? Don't think so. Only hand which I bet on the turn it's some of flash draws. But some of flash draw can be with ace. So I don't think that I beat so many hands on turn. Let's try to predict what this guy will do on turn. No idea, but I think that he will not bluff often. And I can bluff if he check. Hit 2 pair again, and this guy make donk bet. Need raise his donk bet and make pot bigger. No need let him free cards on turn. And after he call my raise on flop, I did make big bet. If he push on turn, will be good for me. He did push. And my hand is stronger than him. He don't call flop with second pair and check raise turn with 2 pair. He play correct this hand on turn, because I can have flush draw even in this situation sometimes. And good hand need play fast too, because if he just check off my turn with 2 pair, I can pot control river, decided not make bet, and he will not get paid from me. This flop with pocket jacks I did see bet and he called me, and now he bet on turn. I think that he can bluff a lot. He still can have draw on middle pair. Ace jack of suited, I bet flop is this got shot when this guy play check, and he like to check fold 90% of times. So better for me take this pot on flop and not see turn river cards, because they can improve him, or he can make decide bluff me on turn. Against his bluff on turn I cannot continue with just gut shot. Pocket fours can call only if blinds have fish, but don't have fish, and this guy have tight range and high c-bet. Will be very difficult play post flop if I call this hand. Still from small blind, 100% hands against someone who likes to fold, and it works very well even when I play this min raise from small blind. Queen jack of suit against fish min raise and call. Pocket fives against 40 big blinds only. I think I should fold this hand. Ace 3 suit against two guys. One guy play 4 table, pre-flop raiser, play 1 table. I want to see flop with this hand. Cannot call 3-bet without position with so weak hand, especially for play heads up. If pre-flop raiser call in this situation, I will join too with ace 3 suited, because everyone have 100 big blinds plus, and it can be profitable to play. Link pot, very dry flop, I try steal this. And now on turn I have flush draw. And I think that I still have fold equity on turn. King 7 suited and very dry board, I decided check call, because I think that he will fold often if I bet, and if I check he can bluff a lot. Ace 8 suited, I call against under the gun raise, expect that small blind join pot, and with King 7 suited on this river I play check call. Don't think that I can value bet a lot of. Ace 8 suited, I hit my flush draw on flop, will play passive by calling, and I got my flush on turn. Let's value bet this man, but I don't think that he can have a lot of good hands in this situation, so I bet only half pot. At this river, I think that possible he can have queen. So half pot he should call for sure. If I bet bigger, he will not call it. Only with flush. Pocket kings I did c-bet in 3-bet pot and this guy fold. Ace king offsuited just call per flop. On blind have fish. And now post flop I have top pair. Let's make value bet against these guys. Possible this guy on small blind have ace. And this under the gun raiser, I don't know what he can have. I bet only half pot on turn. Expect call from small blind, but he did raise. Don't know what this means. He can have set, he can have two pair. I have ace king. Can he jam this ace queen, ace jack hands? Maybe yes, maybe yes. So let's call them. And I was very lucky that he didn't have something ace 4 suited, ace 2 suited. Good decision from me by turn. Ace 10 of suited, I not raise this hand under the gun if it's no fish behind. Pocket aces. No fish on blinds, then play just min raise. Got call from big blind. Value bet. He not so bluff and post flop. If I check flop, he will not bluff 2 times. And these aces I can make c-bet 3 times. Somebody steal from a button. We have 150 big blinds, and I decided just cold call him. Think it's no problem. On this flop he bet little bigger than normal size, I think. I will not continue, especially when I don't know his tendencies. In general he is just random guy, without too much statistic. Ace 3 suited call to C post flop versus min raise. Not hit nothing on post flop. Ace 3 suited got min 3 bet by fish. Yes, he played on one table. Nine 7 of suit table I have straight draw on very dry or very wet board. Possible somebody have something, it's a very high frequency. That's why I check behind. And will give up with 9 high. ace-4 suited against men who like to don't bet, playing in race. This guy who did 3-bet, he have full stack. C-bet, ace-4 suited in multi-way, especially against fish player. Queen 9 suited, I will not call this hand because my hand have too many gappers. 2 gapper have. If it's no gapper, I will call. Have flash draw with king jack suited, good situation. Ace-3 suited. This button looks like people who call often against 3 bets. Then it's fold. But this CO looks like someone who likes to fold on 3 bets. And I will 3-bet him. Oh, no. I will not 3-bet him because we have both 200 big blind stacks. It's important not 3-bet in this situation because he can call more loose than often, than usually. This ace-king I got 3-bet from the button. He have 120 big blinds and I just call his 3-bet because I think that he can call my push very loose with pocket pairs, and this hand will have a good equity against me. So better just see flop and hit some top pair. Pocket kings make 3-bet against CO. A7 of suit, a good situation for 3-bet. He like fold a lot. Ace-10 suited, have big blind, it's bid 35. Will he join NC post flop? I don't know. Maybe not. A6 suited against 1 limper and razor. This situation is better than previous. This situation I can call and expect that fish join to. When preflop razor check on flop, I try steal this flop with ace high. And king jack of suited in 3-bet pot. I think I have to raise in this situation because he bet very less on flop. and I need to increase pot size because I wanna win his stack. And he played very strange. He bet small on flop and he called my raise, and now he donking turn. I think that he is fish. And with this hand I will just slow play against him because I don't think that he can have trips. So I let him cheap card on turn and expect a bluff from him because he played without position and he can do it. Maybe he had something like flush draw. Nine eight suited against min raise under the gun. I join C flop. Can be a very cheap situation for me to complete my draw. My draw not complete, but I got flush draw on turn. So keep calling him. And now on the river I have third pair. And I will call because he bet very less on the river. I no need be correct many times to make this decision profitable. I think that I will call river even if he bet half pot. But he bet only 3 big blinds. If everyone fold in first table, I will still. This big blind looks very tight. No good hands in the last 1 minute. 10-8 suited against not full stack. Think fold better. Can I check how much tables he play? If he play only one table and he have more loose statistic, can be good for call. Pocket 8's very good raise per flop, especially when the button join. Right now I have third pair and play against 3 people on flop. Better check this situation. When somebody bet one big blind, I should call with this hand, but when somebody make same call of one big blind, this situation will become worse. I think no need to spend money, I can just fold. Will be a lot of hard decision on turn and river if draw close. And for example, if someone have flush draw and I will bet on turn, I have to fold anyway. This queen 10 of suited, actually I can raise from the bottom 2.5 big blind because it was a loose guy on the big blind. He can call often. This he all limps and this flop very dry. Less frequency, low frequency that he can hit something, and I make value bet and protection bet on flop against him. Don't want to give him free cards. With top pair, if I have queen, I can play check call in this situation because I will expect that if I bet on flop he will fold often. But if I check, I can extract more value from him by bluffing. He can make bluff bet. Pocket queens. No action. Second pair with ace 5 of suit. Let's check how often he play check raise. He play very often check raise. I think that I should not see bet second pair on this flop and expect he will bluff on third river. He can do it with 55 1 when C flop. So I just think long, show weakness and just call turn. This river not best because it's close flush. It can improve his hand, of course. But I think also that he can have a lot of things in this situation. I have only 4 pair in general in this situation and I think that need fold. If I have at least jack, I call, but right now he can make bluff even with 7, which I not beat. And this river which is close flush, it's improved his hand. He can have some of draws, of course. But for example, if this river come queen but not close flush, it means that he can bluff on the river with flush draw. But when flush close, it means that some of his draws have become made hand. And for me it's become worse. And of course I'll play call with 4 pair. He can even value bet jack on this river. If he have ace jack, for example, he can expect get call from worsted jack. And first table king queen of suit, I got my top pair on the river. And I expect that he will bet half pot something. But he did not bet, and I will bet big on the river because I want to show that I'm bluffing and get call from middle pairs. If I bet on this river half pot or less than half, he can think that I really make team value bet and fold middle pairs. But if I make bet bigger, it looks like I try to bluff in overcard and he can play call. He think very long time. It looks like he really has something. And he think, can I bluff or not in this river? Yes, I can bluff in this river if I have in this situation something like queen 4. I can try to bluff on the river. No, not exactly queen 4, something like jack high. If I have jack high on this river, I can try to bluff. Queen 10 suited hand, nobody bet on flop. And now I have got shot with flush draw, good equity. I can represent ace. And it works. Pocket sixes. He c-bet not often. I think that I can call this hand. But maybe he will be very bluffy on turn river. I think I have to call this hand. Let's see how he reacts versus don't bet. No information about this. This flop is second pair. I will check call once. Or maybe play check raise. because I don't think that he can have a lot of hands, but some of the turn he can continue his bluff. And now on this turn I have set, and he can have flush draw, so it's a good value bet against him. And this river just close flush, which he can have, of course. I don't think that on turn he can call with a lot of just to overcard, and he push on river. Of course I cannot call this hand. He can have ace hard. He can bluff too, but call push, it's very bad decision in this hand against random people. If he got bluff in that hand on the river, this push means that he really understands my range of hands which I can have right now, and he understands that often I cannot call his push, and it's profitable, of course, for him. Sometimes maybe I can have flush with queen on that river and call him, because he not represent too many good combinations. This push, it's a represent bluff or flush with ace. Jack 10 of suits, a straight draw, c-bet versus 2 guys. I have a lot of equity, fold equity. Maybe not so much fold equity, but I have equity by myself, which is enough for make bet. Sometimes they will fold both. This guy, I can take notes on him that on the river he can push. And his hand can be nut flush or bluff. If I see this one more time in the future, I will have more information and can make a more correct decision. Of course, it's bad to see what he really have on this river. Then can read him with 100% correctly, but I can tell that hard to say really, it's 50-50. But I think that in general, not so many people can really bluff like this on the river. So I think if they can bluff, it will be like 30%, yeah. And if he really have ace, he can push like 50% of time. So I think that on this river, he will have more often really strong hands than bluff. So I think fold is good. That's all, guys, for today. It was Roman, special for you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.